I'm working on the pillow sham for the wedding ring, and Jean always makes a set of shams to go with the quilt. Here's what I want you to see. I have this pillow sham. It's on the machine, and I'm going around doing the same as I did with the blocks on the quilt itself. So what I did, I'm using p2p curve 1, and I've gone around the outside edge to make these little curves inward like this. So to get this outer edge, I started at a point and I went around counterclockwise, and that, using this curve, when I click a point here and here, it puts that curve in this way. I did that all the way around this outer edge of this ring, and I'm using the same pattern, but now I'm going clockwise, and that puts the curve inward like this. Okay, and this is those little blocks. So that I'm using the same pattern, but just going in a different direction places it on the quilt differently. So this will be all the way around. All of these will be all the way around. Okay, I'm going to click a few of these, and that way you can see exactly what I'm talking about as to how this works. I'll move up to my next intersection and click, then go up the seam line of that little block, and then back, and then over to the next one. And see, this is how it, just by changing the direction of travel, it does exactly what I want it to do. I think this is enough to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I have finished going all the way around the ring, and now all I need to do is stitch this section out and then come and fill in the edges of the skirts on the inside, and then place my patterns in the melons and in the center. Okay, I have put in all of the little p2p curve in those outer ring, and here I think we can see that it takes, there's 127 of these, looks like, to go all the way around this. Here's where I started right there with 0 and went around the outer edge. Then after I quilted that outer edge, I went back and put in the inner, and then the little curve in the seam line of each melon piece. So see, I went around, started 0, here's 31, that's that last arc there. Then it starts with 32 going this way, 3, 34, like that. And then when I got back to this point here, this was 25, then this is 26, and this is 27, 127. So it takes that many just to go around that outer edge. I still have to put in the little skirt part here, 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 and here, and then put the patterns in these melons and the center. All of the p2p curves have been stitched, and now all I need to do is use the boundary, draw some boundaries around these, and place these melon patterns in as 4, then the center pattern. And I probably could put those in there without drawing a boundary, but I like to see the boundary and just see make sure it fits the way I want it to. I'm just going to select one of the melon patterns and put that in. I'm just going to put it in here, and I'll have to move them. I'll put place one copy in there, use repeat patterns, and I have center as my reference point, so it'll center that around this crosshair. So I'll just click OK. Now I need 4, so I need 3 copies. And I know in 7, we have this new copy and paste. Well, if I select this, right click, I rubber stamp it 1, 2, 3 times. I think I've just made 3 copies. So I'm going to move this one down here, hit my less than key, one over here, less than key, that one up there. I'll grab this one and put it there. Now, it's easy to place these because what I'm going to do is make sure I don't have grid or end snap on. I'll just grab this, and I'll place these in that area. Do the same thing. And it doesn't matter which way they're oriented, whether the start is which direction it starts and quilts. So, just play with this. Get it, come on, stay with the end anchors. Just roughly put these in place, and then I'll fine-tune them later. And there they are. They're in place relatively good. But now I don't know exactly how this is going to work with the space. So I'm going to go and place some boundary clicks in here, and then I can precisely adjust these to fit. Also, while I'm at it, I think I'll just go ahead and put this one on this in that center. And you see I have to do a little rotating of this. Get my edge anchors, right click, probably can rotate this 45, and that should pretty much get it to where I want it. Yeah, see? So I will fine-tune this placement when I do my boundaries. Okay, everything on this sham has been stitched. So I'm ready to put the other sham on and stitch that. Now you have to understand that there's a piece of material that is not shown here, but this, I did not quilt the material along here or down along the bottom and on this side. This is just in the center of this material, top to bottom and left to right. And this area will not be quilted. So she'll just make a pillow sham out of this. So that's how I did all of that.